everybody, my name is Farmer Phil, and in today's video we have a new weeding machine, and there they are. Yes, I know, we tricked you with the thumbnail, pure clickbait. I know, we're bad people, but anyway, whose idea was it, Liv? Mine or yours? Huh? Whose idea was it? It was my idea. We have goats, yes. These pair of yokes here are our new weeding machine. So they're both Boer goats. So that one is 3 or 4 year old, we think, and that one is its kid. Both female, so happy days. But why did we get them? Liv has wanted goats for basically as long as she's been here. She's always wanted to get her hands on goats. But when we were at Longford show, there was people come to us from Sligo. Sorry, I can't remember your names, but we were chatting about red clover and multi-species swards and stuff, and they were telling us about how they have goats with their flock of sheep for the purpose of eating thistles, ragwort, dirt, just general dirt. So that was enough of an excuse for Liv to be able to get goats. So here they are, Ursula and Gertrude, and yes, we threw a bit of meal behind it to get them to stand there. So Ursula is the mother and Gertrude is the kid, and they are incredibly friendly. So they are very, very friendly. So they're Boer goats, so they're a meat goat, a South African meat goat, so that's what they are. So I just had to go change batteries, and where are the goats gone? They jumped in with the chickens. Is that because you went to feed the chickens?
No, follow me.
So here Liv's goats, very friendly goats, and the big thing we found since we got them, so we've had them
2 weeks?
2 weeks now, 3 weeks. So they've been out here for a bit. They have basically all the ragwort out there. There's maybe a small bit in the corner, but ragwort and trees. They absolutely love leaves on trees. Just watch this now, Liv's going to get some trees. And we had issues with Gertrude was able to get out through the fence, and she was going over and eating my mother's trees, so she wasn't too pleased.
Coming up. Are you coming up?
Liv likes this party trick, don't you?
A lot, until she gets too big.
But Liv had to put up some chicken wire there to stop her getting at my mother's trees. My mother was not happy.
Gertrude.
So, but trees, ragwort, they seem to eat first. They've also big into the nettles. You can see what they've done out here with the nettles, and also thistles. This over here was quite bad with thistles. Now you can see the stalks of them there, where they have them nearly all eaten, and for just whatever reason, like that was all thistles. The big thing with the goats is that they near enough eat Heverton buckgrass, and they especially like trees and ragwort and thistles and nettles. They've only nibbled at the docks, maybe not as much as what we'd like. She's trying to get back to the bucket.
But then they've lots of choice here too.
Yeah, but what we will do eventually with them, I want to have them in this video going out with a batch of calves, but Liv wants to keep them here because she likes looking at them. What we will do is we'll be putting them out with a batch of calves, and they'll hopefully run with a batch of calves maybe later on in the year, and definitely all in next year, and see will they improve the quality of our grassland by keeping the ducks at bay or trying to eat them and get rid of them. Is 2 going to solve the problem? Probably not. We'll probably have to get a few more, I'd say maybe 4. So we'll probably end up breeding off them, and ultimately I'd say we'll probably end up with some goat for the shop, is what we'll ultimately end up with eventually. I don't know whether that's going to work or not, I don't know, but that's the purpose of the goats. Hopefully the goats do the job for us. But along with this, we're going to make this a livestock video, so later on in the video we'll be going dosing calves with their second dose. We'll talk about that when we get there, but we're also going to show you how everything else is getting on, because everyone likes to know how the rest of our menagerie of livestock are getting on. So we have our geese here, the 2 Pomeranians, the snow goose, and Ryan. Ryan now is a fully fledged goose. He's around the back there. That's Ryan there. Whether he's a goose or a gander, I don't know yet. We also, I don't know, did you ever see them before? We've call ducks now. So that's their daytime residence. Because they don't get on with the geese run them out through the wire. Then the dogs can well, the dogs are not an issue and an issue, but They haven't been of any major issue as of yet. So Liv lets the ducks out in the morning. She's jumping over the gates. But Liv lets the ducks out in the morning, they go for a swim, then they go into their daytime residence, and then they go back in at night to keep them safe from the fox. The guinea fowl, our 3 pearl guinea fowl, they're all cocks, so we're not going to get much off them. But they roost, they sleep up there, about 20 foot up in the tree. That's where they sleep. Can fly perfect. They do not bother leaving us for whatever reason. They don't leave. We also have chicks that we literally let out yesterday. So we bought 14 chicks. So there's a mixture of cream leg bar, golden appenzeller, black copper marins, and then Swedish flowers. We also have 3 turkeys here, 3 bourbon turkeys. So they're a red turkey, traditional American breed, and they are quite nice. I always wanted bourbon turkeys. Just whatever it is about bourbon turkey, they look very, very nice compared to your standard bronze or white turkey. But they're still only young yet, so they haven't formed, and we still don't know whether we've hens or cocks or stags, I think as they're called. But there's our turkeys. We're going to tip into the farm and we're going to show you what else is inside. We have 2 hens sitting under 3 chicks, and we have more turkeys, and we also have Polish and chameaux. Very expensive chickens they are, but we'll show you them. And also I have 3 chickens sitting on the nest boxes, no eggs under them. Mad to hatch eggs. 2 buff Sussex and 1 IM semi hen. We've been back into 35 out of the way, and we're actually in the middle of getting ready to start cutting whole crop, so we're going at that tomorrow. So just getting this video done. Liv was very much wanted to show her goats. Look at this. We are in the hen house with some of my latest chickens I bought. So we have a chameau rooster, so lovely bird, so he is. We also have some Polish, but the reason they're in here by themselves and not out with others is I have a wee bit of an issue. These have northern fowl mite, and I'm getting it very hard to get rid of it. That's why I have the mice today, and after I bought them I realised what I had, and it's very infectious mite. Hence the bedding is the way it is, because we have heaps of lime put in it, and we keep dusting down with lime, and we're putting in the demiting lime, and we're also I've tried cider vinegar in the water, I've tried garlic in the water. If anyone knows any tricks to try and get rid of mites, or northern fowl mite in particular, please let me know, because I want to get rid of it hopefully before the winter, before I have to join them all up. But these are my latest chickens I bought. We'll go show you the baby chicks and the baby turkeys we have. Here's Liv's 3 turkey twizzlers. So we had 5. We lost 2 of them, but we still have 3 turkey. Liv calls them our turkey twizzlers, so they're more bourbon turkeys. Anyways, so we'll move on to the next pod, which has one of our buff Sussexes who has hatched. You can see there a little baby chameau. So she has 2 chicks under her, but she is quite aggressive now.
You see that plastic lid down there, Philip?
Where? Oh, here.
Yeah.
And I have to be weary of her. But she's 2 babies. So she has 1 chameau and she's 1 Polish. And she has 2 under there anyways. Didn't get a great hatch, to be honest now. I should have had more chicks. She was sitting on about 8 eggs. She hatched 2. My leghorn, who I wasn't expecting to hatch any because she was very kind of flighty on the eggs. She hatched 2, but unfortunately she lost 1. But she has her own little Polish chick there. It's not the best hatching I've ever had, but at the same time it's nice to get a return on me Polish and chameaux I bought. I got 2 Polish chicks and 1 chameau. But anyways, that's all the chickens. So now it's time to see the pigs. And here we have Betty and Bertha. And as some of you may have known, Bertha should have little piglets running around her now, as we did AI her on Paddy's Day, and she should have fired the 11th of July, but she didn't hold. So anyways, there's Betty, there's Bertha, and they have got very big, haven't they?
Betty's still smaller.
Yeah. But Liv doesn't mind it so much, but I prefer if we did have them in pig.
They're having a nice life. I don't want kids.
Yeah, well, I want them to have kids because I like some more bacon. So what the pigs are doing for us at the minute is gardening. There's their wallow there. So they're strip grazing in between the trees and getting rid of all the weeds. So you can see this is the last run they were on. And literally everything but the dots.
And thistles.
And thistles. So it could probably live with getting the strimmer in between the trees.
Yeah, but I'm not doing that because I'll kill the trees.
Right here, how are the trees doing? Well, you can see for yourself. We have some apples. Not many, but we have apples. The bees, the bees, the bees. Hopefully I can get there without getting stung. So Liv only opens up the bees once a week. So she only opens them up on a Friday. And if I can get here close enough without getting stung, should be able. That's the beehive there. So we eventually have found that we have a queen. She's laying. One super is now full, and Liv has put on the other super last week or the week before, and they're just starting to build into that and start to fill that with honey. So the bees are doing quite well. We were very iffy there that we hadn't a queen, but it turned out they eventually got themselves a queen again, and they got up and running. It's too heavy with apples.
I can't have one, they have to have an apple each.
Well, take another one off it. As I bent over because it's too heavy with apples. Here's the pigs. An apple each.
You dropped it!
So anyways, that's the animals. Right, we get out here without letting the pigs out. But yeah, so that's all the animals. So we'll go off now and we get some calves dosed. We will bait on. So we're here now with the batch of calves that we're going to be doing for worms. So hopefully it's not too windy. So this is our best batch of calves. The first calves off the feeder. So they're just finished out there. We have a top. We're going to move them out here. There's a nice little, there's a bit for them, but we'll top it too, and then that should give them a bit more to eat. It's actually a bit windy. I'll sit back into the cab because I'm missing my good mic because I've lost the countersunk screw that keeps it on top of the GoPro. So I have to find that. So we have Bro and Liv ready to do it. So we're going to be giving them Livifast Diamond. So it'll kill fluke worms, lungworms, stomach worms, kill everything. And yeah, so we done them with Torador a while back, and now it's time to change the dose. And especially after we've had such good dry weather for so long, and then we got the rain, and the rain then starts to causes a surge of worms to come in the grass that the calves pick it up. So we want to dust them now, keep them safe when we're combining, so we don't have to worry about them. You can hear a handful of them coughing there. So we're going to get them done. And as always, this video is sponsored by Herdwatch. If you don't know who Herdwatch are, they are an app for recording all your farm recording needs. So all we have to do when it comes to dosing these is open up the app, select our Livifast Diamond that's been put on, select the batch, and that's it, recorded. Couldn't be any easier. I don't think it could actually be any easier than that, could it, Liv? It's very easy. Once you have your batch with all your calves in it and you have your medicine put on it, it's so easy. There's no going around with a paper writing down every calf number that you're after doing to make sure you can fill it in the book when you get home later on in the day. You can do it in the field regardless of whether you have signal or not, because it uploads whenever you have signal. So if you want to learn more about Herdwatch, there'll be a link in the description down below. But anyways, we're going to set up a time lapse. We're going to get gates opened, run the calves into it, and then manually catch and dose. And that's going to be fun because these are the biggest calves we have.
Well, you're doing all the catching.
Yeah, I know, bro. We'll get them done and we'll keep them safe for another few weeks, and hopefully we'll have no issues. But you can hear them coughing there. But our large stock, the bulls, they're a year old, we only dose them when they come into the shed. We don't generally dose them during their second summer at grass. But the calves, we have to keep them dosed for whatever reason. They don't have a resistance to worms, particularly lungworms. And we often find we had issues in the past where we kept using the one dose, or we went too long in between dosing, and we got a high level of worm burden in the calves, and we got host pneumonia, and that caused a lot of issues. So keeping them dosed, keeping your dose changed, keeps away the lungworms, keeps away host pneumonia, and keeps the calves in better health. So yeah,
Gift.
thanks, bro. So anyways, we get stuck into it. So just getting ready to do the second batch of calves. They're going on to this reseed here. We have an issue with docks too on it, but we'll get them sorted eventually. But
with the new weeding machine.
Yeah, with the new weeding machine. Yes, with our new weeding machine, which you seen earlier. Yes. But anyways, I better put down the camera and give them a hand. But on to batch number 2, and that's all we're doing today, as the other batches aren't being moved yet, and Father Phil wants to dust them while they're being moved. But I know some people say you should do them, leave them a few days and then move them, so I don't know. But yeah, getting them dosed anyways is the main thing. So yeah, we'll get the next ones dosed. All the calves are done, so it's time to let them out, make sure we have them all done. So there's a bit of a mixed bag in this batch. We've one calf suffering a bit from a scour, 1531 there. So we've given them stuff last couple of days. No sign of any improvement though. But there's some super calves here, like the likes of that lad there. We have some really nice calves, and there's most of our speckled parks are here too, aren't they? Right, bro, count them as they go out, bro.
Yeah.
Come on, out you go.
1, 2.
So we'll also, this is the batch with Chunkosaurus. There's our good Aubrac calf. Nice back on him. So there is a bit of a mixed bag here now between quality. There's a good Angus calf now. There's our speckled parks, or one of them. Come on. You can see the likes of that lad there now. There's Chunkosaurus, I think, was it? Yeah, no, that was Chunkosaurus.
No, that's
Oh no, there's Chunkosaurus. He hasn't, for the size of a calf he hasn't went on as well as we'd like to have seen. There's more of the good red calves there. There's a good speckled park. Speckled parks were hard caught now, so they were. They were hard caught. But the speckled, whatever it is about speckled park, they are a very nice calf now. They have a good shape to them. And there's 2 more speckles. So yeah, it's a bit of a mixed bag. But the good calves are really good. Maybe some of our best calves could be here, but we also have a few of them smaller lads. So they're out on the fresh grass now, so we'll move across. We'll throw them out with a lack of meal, but hopefully that'll keep them clear. It might help some of them smaller ones. They shouldn't have a worm burden, but you never know. They had been grazing some of the wetter ground the other side of this farm, so no, generally speaking, worms are on the wetter ground more so than the drier ground, so yeah. But that's them. So Chunkosaurus, wherever he's gone, and our good Aubrac calf there. Lovely bit of a calf. But still saying that, the biggest calf here is a JEX bull. Now he's probably a bit older than them, that's probably why, but the biggest calf here is a JEX bull. I cannot see him now. But yeah, it's a mixed bag, but that's 2 batches of calves. The calves are all much of a muchness. The first batch we've done is the only batch where I think we have 1 poorish calf, and the rest are all good. The rest of the batches are a mix of good and bad calves, and we'll be sorting them out when we get our second cut silage cut, so we can put the smaller calves in a batch together and maybe give them a bit more meal, put the bigger calves into a different batch where maybe we won't give them as much meal, and try and do it that way, just to keep the smaller ones going well. We're going to leave it at that for today's video. If you want to check out Herdwatch, there'll be a link in the description down below. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. The goats, the ducks, the geese, the turkeys, the guineas. It's getting to the point now I don't know what we're missing. We're actually, I'll just say this because... Huh? We're actually thinking of getting some reals or emu, something like that. That's kind of next on our list, but we have to get around my father and mother first. Me and Liv were just saying amongst ourselves that we'd let them down the bottoms and say they're a wild native Irish bird that has arrived on the farm. Would be the easiest way of getting around it, but no, that's one thing we would like to get next. Just like animals and like having fun. So anyways, we're going to leave it at that for today's video. As always, please like and subscribe to the channel. Videos every Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday. Better give bro a hand. What do we say?
Good luck.
Good luck.